I know what they say about myself. I was a murderer. I came to earth as a murderer, and I promise I'll remain on top of this earth as a murderer, and I promise I will die as a murderer. I was a murderer. I came to earth as a murderer. I'm living as a murderer, and I will die as a murderer. It's all about who can be the biggest murderer going. Nobody can be as big of a murderer than myself. That's the kind of murderer I am. I said eventually, right at the end, 880,000 nuclear and atomic bombs, I'll fuse them all, giving death to every human being, giving death to entire planet Earth. It's all about being the most massive murderer you can be. And the reason anyone can ever be as big of a murderer than the murderer himself. And I'm only say, I'm literally going to detonate all the Russian nuclear and atomic bombs, not keeping a single thing alive on top of this. The reason I say that is just to show the kind of murderer I am. My murdering level is at a God level of murderer. I do not just murder one thing, I say I'm going to murder everything from heaven to earth and earth to heaven, giving death to every star, every ocean, every river, giving death to everything the ball earth is standing with. That's the kind of murderer I am. And I always will be that murderer. I'm not going to change from that. This is what makes me the most powerfulest, unique self after all. Who said 880,000 nuclear and atomic bombs, I'll fuse them all. To give death to everything this ball earth is with. To give death to everything this ball was with. And to give death to everything this ball earth will remain to be with. That's the kind of murderer I am. And I'm proud myself being that level of murderer. I normally say I'm that level, I'm that murderer. When I came to the earth, I said 3 billion human skulls, I'll crush them. And every time I'll move, and every time I'll talk, and every time I'll see, and every time I'll oxygenate, I will give death to another 8 billion human deaths, and that will complete the death toll of 999 million billion deaths. That's the level of a murderer. That's the kind of murderer I am. And I proud myself on being that level of murderer. You will barely gonna get any murderer is equal to the level of a murderer of myself. Because I am the murderer of all the murderers. I was the murderer of all the murderers, and I will remain to be the most biggest murderer after all.